Hello, my beautiful friends. I am so glad you're here. Today, I would love to take you through a slowness practice using mindfulness and intentional slowness to open our body and our breath to leave us feeling grounded, clear, peaceful, and ready for our day. You can do this practice from either seated or standing. So let's get started. Please now thread your fingers gently together, turn those palms upwards, and then slowly and intentionally stretch the arms all the way up to the sky, really straightening the arms overhead as far as you're able, really reaching and getting a good stretch. If you aren't able to straighten your arms while having your fingers threaded together, you can just gently release those hands and just reach your arms really straight up to the sky, keeping it at that shoulder's width apart. If you're standing while you're doing this, please keep a soft bend in your knees, have your toes pointing forward, and scoop those hips right underneath you, okay? And slowly release this and shake everything out gently, making sure just to keep everything very slow and mindful. Let's do this same movement one more time now that we know what we're doing. So once again, thread those fingers together, flip the palms up and stretch high to the sky. Good. Hold here. And this time, really bring your attention and awareness to the sensation of stretch that's occurring in multiple places in your body. Hold here and really begin to feel elongation, not only through those arms and shoulders, but from the hips and all the way up the ribs, through that side body. Reach tall with the crown of the head. And once again, slowly release and shake it all out to get really loose and gooey. Good. Good. Now, moving slowly and mindfully, let's take our head gently to the left, reaching our left ear towards our left shoulder. Keep breathing with these stretches. I have a tendency to love to forget the exhale portion of a breath. I do really great deep breaths and then I just hold it. So please make sure that you exhale as well while you're stretching. And as we're holding here, just allow the weight of the head to create a nice stretch. We're using the slowness of these postures to get these really nice elongated stretches. Good. And now go ahead and gently bring the head back up to neutral. Loop those shoulders back a few times. Good. And give everything just a little gentle wiggle. And let's take the same movement to the right side, moving, you guessed it, slowly. Good. And gently release the neck and allow the weight of the head to hang heavy to the right, trying to really bring that ear and that shoulder together, really just imagining them just easily just flowing right onto one another with a lot of ease. Good. Really drop that opposite shoulder down and away for a little extra stretch. Beautiful. Hold for just another moment. And with a big deep inhale, smoothly bring the head back to neutral one more time and give those shoulders another wiggle. Good. Loop them up and back and deep down just a few times here. Good. Beautiful. Okay. And we're going to do a final movement together, and we're going to really begin bringing mindful connection of our breath in with the movement. So I'm going to have you start off by giving yourself a big hug. So holding onto the head of the shoulder with the opposite hand. So grip up high on the shoulder, and you're creating a bit of this triangle shape in front of you where your elbows are aligned one on top of the other in front of you. and simply hold here to start. You should get a gentle stretch just by kind of holding right here. Kind of pull those elbows down and away, lift up through the crown of the head, and just feel that really nice stretch as you're just right here. Continue to breathe. Good. Excellent. A couple more deep breaths. Good. Now we're going to keep our grip right here and we're going to stay in the same position. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take a big, deep inhale while lifting our elbows and gazing up towards the ceiling. Excellent. And now on the exhale, drop those elbows deep into the belly and bring the head down, really gazing at the navel. Release from the base of the neck. Good. And hold here for a couple of counts, really in a nice contraction. And then we're going to do this motion a couple more times together, okay? If you're doing this from a standing position, really anchor those feet into the ground, keep the soft bend in the knees, and really support through the low spine when we bring the elbows up. Don't get too much of an arch in that low back. And then when we bring the elbows down, we're going to really scoop through the hips and pelvis, creating a really deep contraction, okay? Beautiful. Okay, so let's do this again. Big deep inhale, bring those elbows up to the sky. Exhale, drop the elbows deep into the abdominals, drop the head, release the head, really letting the head hang heavy. Hold for a couple counts, big breaths. Good, don't forget about your breathing. Very good. And again, big deep inhale, lift the elbows up to the sky. Exhale, drop those elbows down into the belly, dropping the head, contracting, and continuing gentle breaths as you hold right here. Okay, wonderful. Now gently come back up to neutral. Release the hands, wiggle everything. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. And the exhale. Good. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do the same movement again with the other arm on top. And this is where you're going to try to remember which arm you just had on top, and you're going to kind of try both and see which one looks right. And yes, so we're going to do 3 of these as well, and we're really going to again just really try to feel what is going on in our body as we do this. We're going to enjoy the slowness of the motions, the slowness of the breath, and we're going to just really try to feel what it feels like in our body during these movements. So let's do this same thing again to the other side. We have the other arm on top now. Hands really holding on nice and tight to the tops of those shoulders. Elbows aligning and meeting in front. Good. And now, big deep inhale, lift those elbows up to the sky. Bring your gaze up to the ceiling. And exhale, drop those elbows into the belly. Release the neck and hold. And keep some gentle breaths moving through. Good. Again, inhale, reach the elbows. Exhale, drop them deep. Couple gentle breaths as you hold right here. And each time we have these gentle holds in this contracted space, we're going to really focus on releasing from the base of the skull, from those suboccipitals. We're going to really try to really just release from there. Let everything be nice and soft. And final one, big deep inhale, bring those elbows up to the sky, support through the low back, and then drop the elbows down deep, drop the head, couple slow deep breaths, and gently bring yourself back up to neutral. Good. Very, very, very good. Gently release those hands, and you know what to do. Wiggle it all out. Beautiful. Now, those of you who are standing, go ahead and bring yourself to a seated position in a supportive chair or on the floor, or seated with the back supported against the wall, whatever feels best to you in your body right now. And we're going to go into some nice, slow, mindful breaths. So wherever you're seated, I want you to really bring your attention to your sit bones and really try to anchor them really nicely into your chair or the floor. I want you to really feel them anchoring deep. And as you do that, I want you to really gently tuck your pelvis underneath you to help support you as well. Good. And you'll notice that with your pelvis gently tucked underneath you, it allows that low part of your belly to become softer. And when that belly is softer, it allows us to take deeper, fuller, low belly breaths. So we're going to start our breaths really just bringing our attention to that low belly space and trying to get as much air deep into that space as we can. So go ahead and take one or both hands and place them gently on the navel and gently below the navel, that really low belly space. And we're going to just bring the hands here to create some mindfulness and awareness around the connection of our breath with that low belly space. So with your inhale, allow the belly to be very soft and fill up as much as you can, really allowing the belly to really just inflate. And on the exhale, draw the navel in back towards the spine. Good. A few more deep breaths here, just finding a gentle flow of the breath. Taking a really nice deep inhale and allowing that belly to become more and more filled with each breath. Just finding all the little pockets and spaces that air can fill up into. And then drawing the belly back with our exhales. For many of us, we're in the habit of kind of gripping and tensing those abdominal muscles kind of at all time, either for support or just to suck our belly in or whatever the case may be there. But for this breath, I really want you to try to allow yourself to let that go. Let the abdominals relax, let the belly be soft, and let it get as much inflation and space as you can with each of these breaths. For some, this might feel very natural and easy. For others, it might be feeling incredibly challenging to translate the breath into the body in this particular way. Wherever it's landing for you today, that is absolutely fine. Just bring your awareness to what you are trying to create, this slow, soft, relaxed breath. Good. And now, as you're finding the flow of breath, we're going to try to slow it down just a little bit more. We're going to elongate each of these breaths. So keeping the hands gently on the low belly, shoulders rolled back, elbows soft by your side. I want you to really just continue to focus on the softness of the breath as you also try to elongate the breath as well. So let's try to take an extra count of breath held at the top of your breath, the top of that inhale, and add an extra count at the bottom of the breath. Big, deep, slow breaths. Extra count at the top and extra count at the bottom. Good. Continue to find this flow. Good. If your mind starts to wander, just continue to compassionately draw and guide it back to focus on the flow of the breath. Try to stay in this moment. Try to stay in your body. It can be very easy for us to be slow in our body, but still just swirling so fast up in our head space and in that mental space there. So as much as you can bring your awareness into the body, into the breath, into what the sensations are in your body, the more slowness we are achieving. We're creating slowness simply by taking this moment for ourselves. We're creating slowness by moving the body in a slow way. And we're also using the slowness of the body to help facilitate a slower space internally as well. If it doesn't feel easy to stay in that slow mental space, I totally understand. Just continue to gently guide yourself back into your body, okay? Good. Very good. Okay. And now we're going to do one more breath together. And this breath is going to be a counted breath. I will count it for you. Let me explain what we're going to be doing. This is the 4-7-8 breath, okay? So what that means is that we're going to inhale for 4 counts, and then we're going to hold that breath in for 7 counts, and then we're going to use 8 counts to exhale all of our breath out, okay? It's 3-3-3 as I'm saying this to you guys. So 4-7-8, we're gonna inhale for 4 and I will count it. We'll hold it for 7 and then we'll exhale for 8. Now when you come to the hold part of it, I want you to bring attention to what happens in your body. There may be a natural reaction to the thought hold, to the prompt hold, to kind of tense up the body, to get tension across the chest or across the shoulders. Maybe the throat tenses naturally when you hear the word hold. But I invite you to try to see that if on the hold you can keep the body relaxed, you can keep everything soft, and you can just allow that hold. And then you really use your exhalation on those 8 counts. You're going to try to use all 8 counts for the exhale. So as opposed to being done with your exhale at 4, we're going to really try to use all 8 counts to exhale. And this is a really good way to actually just see how much air we can release. Try to keep it moving that whole time. So on the exhale, you're going to really pull that navel in towards the spine for those last couple of counts. The first couple of times that I count this for you, it may feel challenging for one part or a couple of parts of the breath to meet the right numbers, and that is perfectly fine. We're going to find a way into those counts. So don't be discouraged if your body doesn't naturally or automatically know how to find each of those things. We're going to do this at least 5 times, maybe a little bit more, and we're just going to find a way into that breath, okay? Are you feeling ready? Okay. Nice relaxation in the body. Sit bones anchoring in. Hips curved and curled gently underneath you for support, allowing that belly to be soft. And here we go. We're going to inhale, okay? Here we go. And in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now just allow your breath to return to a normal and natural cycle. Stay seated as you continue to allow yourself to find your way back to a natural pattern of breathing. Good. Slow, deep breaths, bringing yourself back into your body. Good. Beautiful. And now I'm going to challenge you. This episode is all about slowness, but I'm going to challenge you to take a couple of moments of stillness. Seated right where we are, we're going to try to become still in our minds and in our body. And once again, when, not if, but when the mind decides to join back in again, just allow those thoughts to just drift away. Allow them to come into the mind and right out. Okay, and then bring yourself back into the body by focusing on the flow of your breath. Those thoughts are going to come in, but instead of trying to reject them or push them out, just allow them to float on by like a cloud through the sky. And I rhymed there and I did not even mean to. That is the singer-songwriter in me. All right, let's take a couple of moments of true stillness. So make yourself nice and comfortable. And nice inhales, exhales, and stillness. Beautiful job. You have done it. Very well done. And when you are feeling ready, you can slowly flit your eyes right back open, bringing yourself back into your space. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes just a little bit. Roll the shoulders, move the head gently. Good. How are you feeling? Are you feeling nice and relaxed, released, present? Good.